Hi guys, today I'm doing a video on more free vacuums I got, a DC07 and a Hoover Alyx. There's also lots of tools in here from Alyx's and other stuff, and here's some spares I got out for the DC07. Pretty much new filter, like my camera's on autofocus so won't be the best video, and then a spare internal hose which is washed up nice but it's a bit stained. And now I found two turquoise tools. Now it's a kind of turquoisey colour, but it's actually got all the tools already, kind of grey tools. But I don't have a turquoise upholstery tool, so it would have to be a grey upholstery tool, so that might not look as nice. But anyway, as far as I know they both work. I think I did use this recently, and it gave off the usual Dyson kind of motory smell. I didn't know they had an Alyx. I did think they would have something upstairs though. Better watch, yeah. It's got loads of sand in it. One of those little things there. But anyway, I think for this video we'll spend more time on the DC07 because that's actually worth looking at. Alyx is just a... Alyx? What on earth? Alyx is just a frightfully lightweight thing. So, it's fairly empty, but there's still dust in it. I will be refurbing it tomorrow, giving it a good wash and everything. The filter... Yeah, and there's lots of material in there. Filter looks like it's never been washed before. If it wants to come out. Yeah, here we are. It's not too bad really. Lots of grit and fine dust. Again, this is quite a state, but hopefully it washes up reasonable condition. Oh wow. Oh wow! For the people that own this, I didn't expect it to be this bad. That's quite a lot of grit, and we'll have a look and see how much of that went through to the motor. As expected, you can see no light through that at all. These sponges really aren't the best, are they? So they'll be washed. That'll be washed. Woo! Look at that. Plenty of dust in there. Thankfully. Seems fairly clean. Right, we'll take the post filter cover off in a second. I'm just going to pause. It's not too bad. Bit of material, which I'll give it a vacuum out before I test it. So I'll get Yellow Henry up here, of course. Here it is after a bit of a vacuum out in there and there. Filter cover is broken. That was me. Right, there we are. Let's try and... Oh, we've just turned the camera right round. So it has all three tools. There's a stone stuck in there, but that looks fairly unused. Try and get the dust and brush off. Bit manky in there. And we're going to turn it round to see the crevice tool, which doesn't look to have been used much either. The one's in nice condition, it's not worn. By the way, those are random numbers we stuck up there. That's not my door number. It's a garage, of course. Let's take the flex off. Flex isn't damaged. It's got the nice blue hose on it. Don't look to be split or anything. Yeah, all in all, it's in fairly good condition. Before we test it, I'm debating whether to put a new internal hose, well, the spare internal hose on it first. Because as you can see, there's no spring in it at all. Right, here's state of the brush roll. Not bad actually. It's a bit worn though. Oh, there's kind of like, that's absolutely no spring in there at all. And then there's the rating plate down there. I'm not going to look at that. All the wheels are intact and present. The edge strips are fairly good as well. I like the blue actually. That's actually quite clean in there. It is a nice blue. Well, I suppose we'll put it back together and maybe give it a little test run, shall we? Yeah, let's do it. Right, it's plugged in. So we have plugged in, but it's not switched on. It's switched on at the machine though, so here we go. Yeah, it's running. Smells of burning a wee bit, but it doesn't seem too bad. Right, I've switched it off at the back. Yeah, see? And then we're going to see if it picks up at all. Not at all, really. It's absolutely rubbish. Oh my, that's actually rubbish. I never thought I'd call a Dyson rubbish, eh? Well, they can be pretty rubbishy sometimes. Let's try that again. It could be the internal hose is absolutely done. Oh, it's better if you push down on the... Oh, it's okay actually. It's okay. Got good suction with that new filter in. And it smells okay, because the filter smells really nice. Right, well what I'll do is I'll fit the new internal hose off camera. Maybe at the end of the video, we'll have a look at the Alyx first. I'll try it with a new internal hose on, because that will hopefully make a difference. It might not work the best till I've stripped and washed the whole cleaner head. But let's just go move all this guff over there. Right, so here's the Alyx. There. It's a wee bit scuffed, but apart from that, it looks fairly new. It's got lots of sand and fluff in it. Didn't think they'd be picking up sand, but oh well. Oh, plaster! How yummy! Lots of hair. Right, that's pretty dusty actually. Quick, before I poison myself. Yeah, I cleaned out my DC14 again, so it looks new. The DC07 can deal with that at the end of the video. In fact, I did have an Alyx. I've got a new Alyx hose because the Alyx in the job lot was red. It was burnt out. But I kept the new hose, so I have two Alyx hoses because there's two hoses in here that fit the Alyx, but we'll see them in a minute. Let's twist this top off. I'll have to do it off camera. Okay, you've never washed your filter either, have you? Oh, what a wee shame. The poor Hoover Alyx has not had a filter wash. Oh, it's so sad. Not like it deserves to even live anyway. Yep, lots of sand. It's missing its little crevicey thing there, but there are tools with it. That's not that bad. I'll probably be selling this, to be honest. Plug. Yeah, this was the upstairs vac, of course. One upstairs, one downstairs. That's not too bad. It's clean on one side anyway. Got bits of fluff that I've just picked off. Oh, you got a nice close-up of my hand there. Yeah, and as I say, we'll clean it all out later on, but that'll not do any harm. But I'll vacuum that off with Henry if you give me a second. Right, it's had a vacuum off, but of course you've got to scrape all that guff out. That's a bit cleaner, so we can plonk that back in. It's actually not got a variable speed, it's just 2000 watts. Hatefully powerful. Again, it's quite clean in here. I imagine that after a wash, this will look new. See? You can just give it a little flip. Why are we outside all of a sudden? Man, there's dust on my phone screen. These things are just so unhygienic. So I'm just going to pause while I clean my phone. Right, that's a lot better, isn't it? So I'll just get all this cyclone back together. You mean the filter does all the work. Rumbled. So yeah, we'll just get it back together. Just a sec. Right, it's back together again, but before we test it, we'll have a look at the big bag of tools. Wait, you don't deserve to sit on the chair, because you're just cheap Chinese rubbish. Right, so here are two hoses that are practically the same, but they're both different colours. Oh, there's like spider webs all over them. They'll all need a good clean. Same kind of catch, all hateful bagless vacuums use this catch. I think the black one's the original hose, but they were probably using the grey one because there's stuff stuck in it. Two welded together plastic tubes. These tubes had one of these heads on it. I've got another one of these. Hatefully clogged. This was the one they were using. It's also a bit dodgy because if you tilt it up and then it makes a click noise, it's got a bit of a broken insert bit there. But it works fine, that head, as far as I know. We have a brush that's almost like a Henry brush, but it's synthetic. It's quite soft. a crevice tool which Murphy must have got, a practically new Hoover head, this will be the original one, so plasticky you could dunk it in hot water and it wouldn't rust, eh? Because it's so clean and unused, I probably will just dunk it in a basin of hot soapy water to clean it, because I can't really imagine any fluff being trapped in there. And then the telescopic tube, which has seen some rust. Again, I think they were using the plastic tubes. So anyway, we've obviously had something that's got a similar hose end, well, same hose end as an Alyx before. Obviously kept the attachments, probably unintentionally. But we'll tidy this up, move Henry and test that. And then we'll have a bit of a play with that. It's quite a long video today, yay! So we'll be back in a second. We have plugged the Alyx in, it's out there. Let's see if it runs okay. You might not hear it very well, but that might be a good thing. Oh, it's got some kind of soft start on it. Oh, it's giving me shivers. I hate these things so much. I only took it because it's free. Doesn't smell of anything, which is a good sign. Might be able to sell it on. Oops, excuse the footwear. Most comfortable footwear ever. In fact, Ibasiak wears Crocs in some of his videos, so why can't I wear Crocs in some of my videos? Come on, you piece of rubbish. Yeah, I'm not pausing while I do this because it's only going to take 2 seconds. Maybe 10 seconds, but quick nonetheless. Right, let's just run it across the carpet just to take all the dirt off the wheels. So, my plan for this is to either do it quickly and sell it quickly, or put it in the garage for a rainy day when I'm bored. So I'm going to fit a spare internal hose to that, and we'll have a bit of a play and see how well it works afterwards. Right, as we're fitting the internal hose, this is pretty clean in here. This isn't actually too bad. The bristles are a wee bit sparse, but they seem fine. And then we'll just recline this head. Oh wow, those belts are good. Right, we're going to take the internal hose off. See, it's yeah, that's pretty much done. Right, now we'll have to try and get the little rubber bit because they came off separately. Oh, come on. There they are. Right, so I'll wash them. Right, now this thing's more floppier. It's just really floppy now. So I'll get Henry, clean it all out a bit, and then I'll fit the internal hose and have a play. Well, not a play, but a muck about would be the more suitable term. Back in a second. Okie dokie, so we fitted the internal hose, and now it's doing its thing. It's going up properly. So I'll reassemble it and we can try cleaning the filth pile over there that I made with the Alyx. We're reassembled now. As you can see, that internal hose is pretty done, but after a good wash it'll be fine. So is that filter, just needs a wash. Hopefully it'll come up well. But we have a good internal hose in it now, and as you can see, that spring is what it should be like. You know, but then again, it's when they're very, very springy, they can sometimes strain the belts a bit, so you have to have nice tight belts as well. So actually, I'm not sure I want to pick up all that plaster with the DC07 or fine dust. It might not actually be plaster, so what I'm going to do is I'm only going to pick up the fluff in the hair and leave that to Henry, I think, because that's what Henrys are made for. Right, there we are. That'll do. Right. Suppose it don't really matter if I pick up plaster anyway. I'm just going to get a full strip and refurb. Let's go. Sorry about that, I got disturbed a little bit. But as you can see, we were basically just cleaning up this mess, so... Actually, it just doesn't actually smell of burning that much. It smells nice actually because I've got that nice washed up filter in it, but it's a nice turquoise blue 07. Will be quite nice to have. That's all the fluff it had. And this is all the plaster and stones that the Alyx had in it. It's more grit and fine dust, but there is quite a bit of plaster in there as well. Plaster, rubble, delightful. Yeah, here's the DC14 after another clean. I'm going to try and keep it nice and pristine for a little while because it looks so good. Because I've got that now I can use. All clean in there, you know, just that's the Hoover Master way. Also, after the next video coming up, you won't see this video until a little while. Fitting a new belt to this, it honestly made such a difference from the stretched one that I had to put in it. That's a shame about that kind of damage. But thank you for watching. I'll definitely do another video of this after video. See you later, alligator.